Hello and howdy. Welcome to another episode of the Crusty Couch podcast. I'm joined by my voluptuous host, Paul, and I am,
Hello.
yes, voluptuous, and I am
Mhm.
Noah out here to treat your ears with more garbage. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm good. Took a nice nap.
That sounded very like,
Well, I mean, today's a Saturday,
Mhm.
and this past like week or 2 weeks, I've been doing nothing but like car shopping
Oh, okay.
and job hunting,
Well,
and
wait a minute. Why do you need a car when you have a Ferrari, and why do you need a job when you have millions of dollars?
the Ferrari's my daily, so I need something for the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good enough. And then the job thing, it's just I have to keep busy.
Yeah, I
You know what I
totally get
mean?
it. Yeah, you
It's
want
like
to seem like you're
retirement
one of the
once
common
you
people.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like retirement, like you get so fucking bored sometimes you just go back to work just to have something to do.
yeah. I found that when I worked at Disney, that's what like most of the older people were doing. They were there
Yeah.
because they were bored.
You know what's funny? When I was working at Disneyland, there was a lot of older gentlemen in my profession that were there. So I'd
Yeah.
met like a couple of network engineers and stuff. And then I would ask them, I said, why are you here? They're like, well, just because I'm bored. Nothing to do. I'm like, all right. And they only work like a day or two. So it's like,
Yeah,
makes sense. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
get it.
It's pretty crazy, man. Like, I'm looking forward to retirement if the planet is still around. Assuming we
Mm.
don't all explode.
Well, I mean, you can be retired as fertilizer. So
Dude, that's actually so base. That's true, actually. I'm down for that.
you can get your body planted as a tree.
Yeah,
They
it's a
like stick
natural
your
way to do
body
it.
out of the ground and you're just kind of rotting above ground as a
Yeah.
tree.
I don't mean to be morbid, but like I really don't like the idea of being buried when you're dead.
Really? Why?
I'd rather be like cremated or planted as a tree.
You know, I have this like irrational fear that if I ever, because I personally think the whole tree planting idea is pretty cool, where it's like
Mhm,
you get planted underneath a tree and you're used as fertilizer for that tree or whatever. Like
mhm.
I think that idea is really cool, but I have this irrational fear that like if you do that, your soul will go into the tree and you'll just be stuck as a tree for like I don't want to be the great Deku tree over
I was
here.
gonna say you're gonna send some young boy on a quest.
It's gonna be like the Giving Tree. They're gonna chop me down.
It's fucked up, man. The Giving Tree got done dirty.
Hell yeah, they did. Pour
Yeah.
one out for the Giving Tree.
All
Feel
you
bad for
people
that thing.
out there who drink while watching this show.
Yeah, all you guys that banged under trees, you better watch out.
Have you ever done it outside?
Yes,
Oh
and
dear.
it's cool.
Is it?
I think so. It's very thrilling, in my opinion.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
The girl didn't really like it that much though. She was like paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
She was
can.
constantly like looking around, like if someone's gonna peek out of a bush, and I'm like, okay, calm down.
Just be like, who cares, bro?
Yeah, who cares?
Just let him
I
do
don't
it,
know.
bro.
I don't know. Personally, I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah.
If people really wanted to watch, I wouldn't blow them off. Be like, whatever. Honestly, I should make an OnlyFans before OnlyFans removes porn.
No, they went back on that.
Well, they suspended the idea
Yeah, that's
of
true. They
removing
could
porn.
easily just secretly do it.
Yeah, they haven't outright canceled it. They just suspended it.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this last week? I don't think it happened
It,
until
it
like
happened like fairly recently.
yeah, it didn't happen until after our last episode. So we should talk about that, dude.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. I can't believe they try to get away with that. They're fucking so dumb. That's like putting a tombstone on your
On your
lawn.
yeah, I know.
Like, come on.
I really don't get it. Like that's literally your bread and butter. Like what did you think people used OnlyFans for? Like
I know. Well, the thing is, when OnlyFans was first constructed, it was originally like what it wanted to be or what they were trying to do here. It was originally supposed to be just for artists to come up and talk to their fans and stuff.
Yeah, like a Patreon kind of deal.
Yeah, like a Patreon, but obviously with like online trends, it will get exploited by
Yeah.
people. So it became a porn site
Yeah.
essentially, and people recognize it as a porn site. Nobody talks about it for like anything else besides porn. So it's like you're at that point you are a porn site. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So them getting rid of the only thing that made them popular was so dumb,
Yeah,
beyond dumb.
I
Like
agree.
oh man, they
Such
they
a
were they were just putting nails in their coffin. How could they do that?
they like had the pistol aimed at their foot and everybody was saying, "Don't do it, don't do it." And then they realized like, "Huh, maybe it's not a good idea to shoot myself in the foot."
Well, well, they shot themselves in the foot, and then after like a day later, they decided to patch up their bleeding foot. Like
Yeah. That's a good idea. They're but they're not removing the bullet quite yet. They're waiting
yeah, the
on that.
bullet's still there. They just
Yeah.
kind of put like a Hello Kitty band-aid on it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It,
That whole thing is so weird to me. Like I just like I really don't get it. It's like when Tumblr remove or banned porn. Um,
oh
which I
yeah.
mean, you can kind of
The-
see it because that was super unmoderated and people were posting like CP on there. But
well that was the whole notion for this one too, because I think they found out that there was a couple of accounts of children making OnlyFans.
yeah, but like
So it's
I
the same
think that
thing.
it's so much easier for OnlyFans to moderate that. It's so much fucking easier, like as opposed to just banning it outright. Like
Oh yeah.
because anyone can make an account, sure, but like I think it's so much harder to become a creator on that website than it is for Tumblr, you know?
Well, because
And
Tumblr, you just need to make an account, and
yeah.
then with OnlyFans, you have to put in your like, I think your personal information, if
Yeah,
I'm not
I think
mistaken.
so. I think so. But like it just doesn't like it doesn't make any sense like how like that's the move where it's like you're fucking over so many of your creators by doing that. Like who thought
Well,
that that would be a good idea?
well,
Like
you know what's funny is the creator of OnlyFans, the CEO of OnlyFans,
mhm.
he doesn't like porn. Like he said this multiple times. Like
That's ironic.
yeah, he does not like porn, and he thinks like what people are doing is like bad to his brand or whatever. So that's why he wanted to get rid of it. But like I said, it's not a normal site anymore. It's a porn site at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's what it is, you know? Like, I do vaguely remember the times when it wasn't a porn site, like,
I
for, like, a month.
I didn't hear about OnlyFans until it was a porn site. So
Yeah, until you got all the subscriptions to it, you know?
yeah. don't look at my don't look at my credit history.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I don't think that this is real, but I'm choosing to believe it is. I remember, I'm on the, unemployment subreddit, or I was, just to get, like, updates about it,
Huh?
because of all the COVID stuff,
Hmm.
and, there was someone who posted like, "Hey guys, is the unemployment money that we get like a weekly or biweekly thing?" And then like he put in the text, he's like, "I went a little too crazy on OnlyFans
Oh
subscription, so
my
I want to make
god.
sure if I can keep it going." And everyone was like, "Yeah, the payments are every 2 weeks, but you should probably go to a therapist instead of buying OnlyFans."
It's like the same people that said it's like the same people that said I should have been buying hot dogs instead of steaks this whole unemployment pandemic. You remember that?
I do remember that.
I should have been buying hot dogs. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
the
do
same
remember
shit.
that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I will say it. If you're buying OnlyFans using your actual information and not like a burner account, yeah, you're down bad, dog. I'm sorry, dog. Can't help you. Please don't talk to me.
We have
Actually,
oh,
no, they're welcome on the couch. Come on in. I'm
honestly, yeah,
sorry. Oh,
we should have a guest sometime. We're almost at I think this is episode 10 or episode 9.
9, I believe. Yeah,
Let me check.
we could have
But
a guest one of these days. I don't know. We can
yeah,
figure something out.
we'll see something. Maybe we'll interview an actual incel
Yeah, we'll pay him one OnlyFans subscription.
of his choice,
Yeah.
but only for 1 month. Only for 1 month.
Only 1 month.
Yeah. But we've talked about it before, but like I do understand the appeal behind OnlyFans. I think people who don't are like choosing not to see the benefits of it, because people always like to say like, oh, just watch porn. I'm like, yeah, you can actually watch porn. Like that's a good alternative. But the reason why people choose OnlyFans over porn is because some of the people text you, they like message you and they send you
Yeah.
nudes, and it feels like
It feels
exclusive.
good.
Yeah, exactly. It feels a lot more exclusive.
That's
And
just sad in my opinion, though.
it is.
I'm sorry.
It's sad in a very like kind of
I
twisted.
get it. I get it. But god damn, man. Go outside.
Touch some grass.
Yeah, touch some grass,
Like
bro.
if you go and talk to a real girl, they could probably do that for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dog. Look, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you got no game, go on Google and search up how to step up your game or something. I don't know. Like that's your best bet. Just don't look up. I think we talked about don't look up those freaking romance coaches or whatever. Those are so bad.
It's just so crazy. Like, I guess the lack of game nowadays. I feel like people online specifically, I'm talking about, like, they just have like no idea how shit works.
Yeah, well, yeah. They,
Yeah.
I don't know. You just have to talk to people, I guess.
Yep. I
Just
agree.
learn how to say hi. That's
Yeah.
step one.
Yeah.
And then don't be afraid of rejection because it's gonna happen. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah. If they start to scream and pull away, you got your trusty handkerchief with chloroform and
Okay, all right, cut the video.
I'm just kidding. Don't don't say that.
That's if you were a love guru, that would be your advice. Like, talk to the girl, and if they say no, you always have your handkerchief.
Yeah, the girl on stage is like, "What?" And then I start choking around on stage.
If you're holding a glass of wine, say, "Hey, you have wine on your dress," and then pour it all over them.
Then offer to clean it up.
And run away after.
Oh no.
Oh,
Those love gurus are so funny though. I can't do it. But yeah, we should definitely have an episode where we just review
reading that stuff. Yeah, because
oh yeah.
I always love that, like, gimmick episodes, like, about that stuff. Like, have you read or have you listened to the podcast My Dad Wrote a Porno?
No.
It's basically just like 2 or 3 friends. I haven't listened to it myself. I just know the concept, where it's 2 friends, or 3 friends. But whatever. One of them finds out that their dad wrote a romantic, like, novel, like an erotic novel, and they just read it on the podcast.
Well, I mean, in that regard, we can do a bunch of stuff. So tune in next time, guys.
Yeah,
we
have
got some good ideas.
fresh ideas.
Got some fresh ones. Rubs hands.
But for this episode, I actually wanted to briefly, or however long it takes, I guess, talk about how gaming conventions are fucking booty nowadays.
Oh yeah, dude. And I mean, they've been shit for a long time.
Yeah, like I feel like during the quarantine, I feel like has really solidified like how unwatchable a lot of these are.
Well, I think the reason why that you're seeing this now is because in the past people had to go to these events to, interact. And now, since all that interaction is gone and it's just shitty like webcam and stuff, like it just kind of shows off how bad it was in the first place.
It does make it a lot worse. But Gamescom, I think, just wrapped up like yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was not good. Like there was nothing exciting revealed. Like, it's all just game companies just showing the same shit that they've been showing. Like, how many times are you going to show us Far Cry 5 or Deathloop before we just get fucking tired of seeing it,
Yeah. There's not much going on. I think that's just the gaming industry stagnating, though, to be honest.
But I would say definitely larger AAA studios, because smaller indie studios, they keep it fresh, man. Like, there's a couple of there's a couple indie games I'm actually really looking forward to.
Well, I think the reason for that is because indie devs can, try newer ideas with less cash.
It's true. Big game studios are really scared to try anything new.
Yeah,
But
because they don't want to lose a fuckload of money.
it's true.
So they try to keep the formula as simple as possible and the same as possible.
Yeah, but
Like Call of Duty's a gold mine because they just make one every year and however people don't like the Vanguard one coming up.
It's
Got
crazy
really
because
negative.
like their newest games, like they have a gold mine with Warzone, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit is printing money for them. Like they make like $1 billion like every 3 months with that fucking game.
Mhm.
But for some reason they're just like neglecting it in favor of like newer Call of Duty games that no one really cares about. Like
Yeah.
Call of Duty as a franchise has been losing money like for years now because of how big the advertising budget is on it.
Yeah.
But Warzone is like very, very successful and they're just letting it be taken over by bots.
Yeah, I actually really don't understand why they're not working harder on Warzone because I think they're still using the same map that has been in rotation for like the past however long it's been out, like 2 years.
It's been
It's
a
the
minute
same
since
map,
I
right?
played, so it's been a minute, but from what I remember, yes, it still is.
Yeah, I don't think the map has changed at all. So it's like, what? Like, why don't they just make a new? If they just made a couple of new maps, put it in rotation, and just kept updating the game with new guns and stuff, and it'd be fire. There, done.
But like,
But nope.
To go back a little bit on the whole games conventions thing, I remember a time where E3 was like genuinely exciting. Like there's like, oh shit, like they're showing off some cool games.
Yeah, like the Peggle 2 moment.
The
You know what
Peggle
I'm
2
talking?
moment? No, I don't
You know that moment?
No.
Oh no. There was a year in E3 where I think people were waiting for an announcement of a sequel, and some guy comes out and he starts doing a spiel saying, "We know you guys have been waiting for it."
Shit, yes, you're
You
right. I
remember?
know exactly what you're talking about now.
You've all been waiting for it. Here it is, Peggle 2. And he does like a little jump, and the crowd's just dead silent. It's just like, okay.
That's so funny. That reminds me of do you remember when Dota 2 was having the international and Valve teased that there was going to be this huge announcement, like a new Valve game was going to be announced at the international? And like thousands of people tuned in. Like it was a crazy big deal. And it was just like some shitty Dota card game.
Yeah, dude, I was there for
Artifacts.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that game died immediately.
Dead on arrival. Yep.
That one was dead-o. Yeah. Dead-o.
But yeah, like I maybe like it was because of like the new consoles being launched, but I just always remember like E3 had at least one or two like really exciting announcements. And this year there was jack shit at E3. Like it was the worst it's ever been at E3.
Fuck yeah, it is trash.
The fucking game, the Summer Games Fest, that 1 day long stream that happens before E3 was like miles better because it announced Elden Ring, or it had an Elden Ring trailer that hadn't been seen before. But E3 was fucking terrible this year. Like nobody brought their A game.
Nope.
And nobody even brought their B game. It was like their fucking D game. Like I remember.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I remember that terrible fucking 2K one where they just talked about the Borderlands movie for like 40 fucking minutes and like, dude, who gives a shit? This movie's gonna suck.
That was fucking atrocious.
Like as soon as I saw that Eli Roth was the director, I'm like, this movie's gonna be fucking awful. Like Eli Roth is one of the biggest frauds in Hollywood.
Bro.
But yeah, like there was just nothing. Like even Bethesda, like, you know, their games are really hit or miss, but like most of the time they have pretty exciting announcements, but not even that. Like was just so boring. Like, oh, we got some Fallout 76 stuff, and y'all like Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah. New Skyrim. You guys
here's
like
a
Skyrim?
here's a cinematic for a game that's still like 2 years away.
Yup.
Um,
Facts. I've been saying this for years now. They just have to stop with these stupid conventions.
I
They're
agree.
so dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb. I mean, I get it. They're bringing money, but like legitimately right now, as is with the pandemic going on, people can't even go to the conventions because they cancel them every single time. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them.
Just do what Nintendo's doing now with Nintendo Directs.
Yeah.
They save tons of money by just having one dude. Like,
Yup,
oh, here's what we're
yup.
working on.
Yup. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We don't need
Yeah.
none of these fucking interviews with the devs. Sorry, I don't care. Just show me your game. I'm sorry that I get it. This game took you like 3+ years to make and it's still not done. I get it. I just show me the game. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you on a level where it's just like please just shut up and show me the like there needs to be a balance.
Look, yeah, and the balance is this. The balance is I get it. You worked hard, right? Show me the gameplay trailers. Like give me a Nintendo Direct 1 hour of nothing but trailers, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, at the end of it, you could put something like, "Oh, would you like to listen to the interviews or whatever? Like here's a link." Boom.
Yeah,
You know,
or just
that'll
play
skip it
after the stuff so that you know, but
or
like
after.
yeah, but like
Yes.
it's just like it's also just like dude, let the gameplay do the talking. Like show me, don't tell me how fucking good your game is. Like
yes.
I don't care if you just show me a fucking pre-rendered cinematic and then you tell me how cool your game is. Like I just like it just does not resonate with me. Like
yes.
with
I'm so tired of cinematic trailers.
me
I'm tired of them.
too.
They're cool, but they don't fucking show me what I want to see.
Like that Saints Row trailer that came out recently. I'm like, okay, this is just CG. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're not going to be able to do any of this in the game. Like, there's no way we're going to be fucking driving cars and explosions on the roofs. Like, there's no fucking way that's going to happen.
I don't know. Have you played Saints Row lately? It's pretty fucking dumb.
I mean, yeah, I know that Saints Row. I think that people were complaining about how silly it is. I'm like, you are fucking idiots, and you don't know what you're playing.
I was about to say, my friend got really upset. He's like, "Can you believe the garbage they're doing with Saints Row?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro? Saints Row has been dead since the second one." Like, what are you fucking on about?
I'm like, why are you pretending to care?
Yeah, but this is my friend who has like bad takes like all the time. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know why you're so mad. Like Saints Row has been shit for a while.
Fuck you, bad take friend.
Yeah, fuck you.
But yeah, like it's just like it's so dumb to me. Like there's just such a bad balance. I feel like the Game Awards has a way better balance of like announcing games and showing awards than E3. Like most of the show is announcing new games. I would say like presenting awards is like a third of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas announcing new games is probably like 2/3 of it, you know? Like,
yeah.
Why is it that, well, because Jeff Keighley's the fucking man, but like, why is it that an individual who runs a show can do it way better than a team of people at E3?
Because having a team makes things messy. That's why.
I guess you're right, yeah.
Being just having a single guy and telling him, "Hey, just organize the trailers the way you want and talk about them the way you want."
Yeah.
Done. You can hand that project to me and I'll be like, "Okay, all these games are shit, so I'm going to put them in the front. And these games are fucking big, like, you know, games that people are waiting for. I'm going to put these at the end." Done.
And like
no, that we not okay, now that I said that, I remember one that I got really mad about.
Okay.
I got really mad about this one. It was the Xbox Games Showcase, I think. And I was like, "Oh, lit. Like this is probably the one that they're going to show off Halo or something." And I was like, when are they going to show off Halo? It was the first fucking trailer. And I'm like, "Oh, no." And then the rest of the trailers are fucking dog shit. And I'm like, okay, like you guys completely did this wrong. Halo should have been at the end to have people actually watching your show.
And then
Because
they
after I saw the Halo trailer go off, like I was watching the live stream. After I watched the Halo trailer go off, I just saw all the numbers start plummeting. Like people didn't care.
oh
They
yeah,
didn't care
like
about the rest of the show.
they did that wrong, yeah.
So I'm like, you guys are fucking morons. You should have held that off.
And
Why'd you do that?
that's the weird thing too, is like a lot of these game studios, like specifically Xbox, they have very exciting studios working for them. Like they have like Ninja Theory, they have Obsidian, Bethesda,
Yeah.
Double Fine, like all these really fucking interesting game studios. I just think that right now they'd have nothing to show. Like in a
Oh, yeah.
year or two, maybe they'll have some bangers to announce. But like right now, and COVID, I'm sure has a lot to do with this. Like they just
Yeah,
have jack and
absolutely.
shit to show us.
I don't get it though. Like COVID's a big deal. I get it. It slows down progress, sure. But like, does it really slow down things this much? Or you can't have jack shit for like anything?
From what I understand, like, and I am not a game developer. I don't work at any of these fucking places, but um what I will say is the way I read it is like instead of like if you run into an issue when you're developing a game, right? And
Mhm.
in the before times, you could just walk to the other person's desk that you need help with and they would help you out.
Mhm.
Nowadays, you got to send them a fucking message on Zoom. You have to wait for them to reply. Like it just like all those little things add up. Like,
Right. But look, I'm being really generous here.
mhm.
And I'm saying COVID has probably slowed down production 50%.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that. That's being generous.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll say 50% slowdown. But this is like straight up like nothing
Yeah.
has been coming out. So like like to me it seems like they're treating it as if you're slowing down by like 80%, 90%.
It's true. Yeah. And I mean,
But I don't think it's that bad, you know?
yeah, I agree with you. Like there's definitely something more going on. Like maybe it's a lot of developers experiencing burnout, like maybe a
Mhm.
lot more things happening. It is true though. Like 2020, you can kind of forgive as like, oh yeah, like of course, like we're in the middle of a pandemic, but like not having anything by like Gamescom 2021 is kind of like, all right, this is pretty bad. And then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what have you been doing this past like year and a half?
yeah, like I don't know.
See?
It's interesting. Like
Like you can't tell me that they're slowed down this much. Like come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like that I don't know. I think it's kind of unacceptable. I mean, there could be multiple things going on. Maybe their staff is low, like Blizzard or something. And then uh or yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like you said it just slows down that much, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I work with computers all my life. I've
Yeah.
worked in the office where you have to kind of shoot messages at each other and stuff. Like, yeah, it slows things down, but I doubt it slows it down this much. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't really claim to know. Like I'm not in that world at all. To me, it does seem a little suspicious though, of like, okay, like really, you still don't have anything at this point. And
Yeah.
on the Blizzard topic, I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, Blizzard has not released a new like original game in like almost fucking like since Overwatch, which is like in 2015.
Hmm.
And I'm like, and they have nothing until at least 2023.
Yep.
And I'm
I
like,
mean, this is what like I'll bring this topic back or this statement back. I think the gaming industry is stagnating. It
mhm,
has to be. Like, look at all the shit that's been released so far. It's nothing but like reprints.
yeah,
Okay. You got Call of Duty, like some of the biggest franchises around are just reprints of old games. You got Call of Duty, Apex, like everything that's big right now is just fucking player royales or whatever.
battle royales.
Battle royales, thank you. Like that's all we got. And then even with that, like content comes out every like couple of months for that stuff.
That's what's so brutal about it. Like even like smaller games, like I don't know if you knew this, but I'm gonna keep shitting on Blizzard here. But during the pandemic, Blizzard fucking lost its active player base instead of gained.
Oh yeah.
That's how shitty they are as a company. They were one of the only gaming companies on the fucking planet that actually lost player base by people staying at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so insane to me,
That-
just like how terrible this content cycle is. Like,
Oh, dude, you know what I saw? So stemming off of that,
mhm,
um, when the whole sexual harassment thing went off, I was like, okay, WoW's probably dead.
mhm.
And there are rumors of Blizzard going to be split up in like 2022 or something. And that's all fine, whatever.
Mhm.
But remember when Diablo 4 was announced, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool, and they showed off a little bit of gameplay, and it's like, oh, that looks pretty cool,
Yeah.
right? I saw that the lead level design for Diablo 4 was fired because he was involved with the sexual harassment stuff.
Yep.
So dead game. Uh-oh. Now I had hopes for Diablo 4, and now I'm like, oh,
It's looking pretty doomed. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, oh,
It sounds like literally a repeat of what happened with Diablo 3.
yeah. So it might be a dead game. Oh, and that makes me sad because Path of Exile isn't doing very well right now.
Yeah, Path of Exile had a horrible patch.
Yeah,
Well,
they had one patch that legitimately killed the game. It's crazy.
There's always Diablo 2 Resurrected.
But that's just Diablo 2. I mean, if you like Diablo 2, go play it, but
Hey,
just
man.
Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 is one of the best games ever made.
Yeah, I think it's good. I played the beta. It's still the same as
I
before.
played the beta too, yeah.
But in my personal opinion, I think Path of Exile was more my speed.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played of Path of Exile. I got to like level like 30.
Bad. Hopefully they revert the patch that they put in, because holy moly, people were not happy. They dropped as soon as they put that patch out, they dropped like 50% of their active.
It was crazy how fast.
Yeah, their player base just died. It's crazy. So I have a feeling they're gonna revert it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
really bad.
Oh boy, and that's the thing, man. Like, just these gaming companies, man, they're just putting out shit that no one wants. Like, no one asked for these kind of things.
Yeah, I think at this point they just have to try out new things. Like, they just got to, even if it costs them money. Like, they got to do it. New IPs, new this and that. But maybe hire a couple of indie guys to do your games or give you ideas. You could just treat them as like a cash cow. Like, hey, buddy, start punching them into the gut.
Yeah,
and make them cough up like a lottery ticket with like an idea on there or something. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I was trying to think of a game, like the last time I was legitimately blown away by a game, and I think it's probably Hades. From because I know it came out in 2018, but I played it last year, like beginning of last year, and I was like, oh my god, this game is fucking incredible. Like, there's no way a AAA studio could make something like this.
Yeah,
like, there's too much detail in it. I mean, maybe Rockstar, but it's not really their speed.
See, but I don't get it, dude. Like, why don't they just? If I was a big company, I would look for these indie teams, and I'd be like, hey, indie guy, what are you making? Oh, we want to make this, but we need this budget. Okay, that budget's probably like 5% of my AAA game right now. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's a project, and if it succeeds, we'll make a bigger, better one next time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either, man. It's just like, it's so dumb. Like, much like movie studios are doing nowadays, where they're just investing all of their money and time into one big project and hoping it works out. Like, I feel like that shit's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
How many fucking times now have we gotten the same like looter shooter type MMO game?
A lot.
There's like fucking billions of them. Yeah.
Well, that's why I mentioned the like battle royales, because everything that's been released in like the past couple of years has been just battle royales.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Fortnite,
so
Apex,
fucking
Spellbreak is the newest one, I
boring.
think.
Yeah.
Warzone, PUBG. And then some just die on arrival, like Hyperscape.
What the hell is Hyperscape?
Yeah, you don't know that one. That was like another
Holy
it was trying to be
shit.
Apex. It was trying to be Apex and it just did not
Oh,
go well.
Ubisoft. Okay, that makes sense why it died.
Yeah, I tried it for like one day and I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's just another one.
And then
It
you have
died.
games like Cyberpunk that are just completely unfinished upon arrival, and they have like the balls to say like, "Oh, we're gonna make an online mode like GTA 5."
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you smoking?
Dude,
Fix your.
people are still coping for Cyberpunk. You can cope all day. Like it's so bad.
I'm to the point where it will go to the point where it's like stable and playable, but it will never be the game it could have been.
Oh yeah.
Is what I
Yeah.
think.
I'm
I
still
think.
waiting for that day for it to just be stable and I'll play it.
Yeah.
So still waiting.
So I have 71 hours in this game in Cyberpunk because I
What
reviewed
the?
it on my old channel.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I still legitimately believe that
You
it's a.
want
Hmm?
you want to plug your channel, sir?
I
Or are
mean,
you good?
it's Pixel Perfect Productions. I don't post on it anymore, but
Oh, okay.
you're welcome to check out my review of Cyberpunk. But anyways, I do legitimately think that it's a good game. Like, it's the story is really intriguing and interesting. The gameplay is pretty good,
Hmm.
but everything else about it is really bad, and that has to do with how unfinished the game felt while upon release.
Okay.
Dude, like the footage in that review is fucking terrible because of how badly the game runs on my computer. But
Oh,
it is what it is. But I legitimately think that they're just gonna do like a couple more patches, some free DLC to get it stable, and then they're gonna shit out the online mode and then wonder why no one's playing it.
dude, I'm astonished that people are still playing it today, if
I
any.
know. I'm surprised the subreddit's still active. I'm like, why? Like, what is there to do? Like,
It's the greatest game of all time.
people are hard on that copium. You're right about
I'm
this
telling
game.
you, people
Yeah.
cope all day.
Yeah.
They got that oxygen tank full of cope.
I'm
That
just like
copium.
really tired of being disappointed by AAA games. Like,
I have a thing with AAA games where I don't have any like interest, and until I go into it. So
yeah,
there's no disappointment for me. I just go,
yeah.
okay, new XYZ game. All right, cool. And then I go into it and I'm like, yep, that was dog shit. And I refund it. That's it. Like it's I don't know why people get so disappointed. It just I don't get it. You guys really got to learn. People really got to learn to not judge a game by its face. I've done
Es-
that way too many times.
Especially not judge a game by its fucking flashy cinematic trailer.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. The
Yeah.
people that in like cinematic trailer comment sections are legit the bane of my existence. Like I cannot, I cannot. Like I see it every time. Like even on the Diablo 4 cinematic trailer. And I agree, the Diablo 4 cinematic trailer was fucking awesome. Like I
Yeah.
watched it like 3 times. Like in my opinion, they should just make Diablo a movie, like an animated movie instead of just the game.
Yeah.
But whatever, that's besides the point. If so, I was like, "Oh damn, this is awesome!" I wonder what people are saying in the bottom in the comment section, and people were like, "This is gonna be the greatest game of all time," and stuff like that. And I'm like, "Okay, you gotta calm your horses there." You know,
Yeah.
like there's no gameplay. I don't know what you're so excited about. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't get
again,
it either.
the fucking it looks cool, but it's a cinematic. That's not the game.
Yeah, that's
You know?
that's the thing. That's how I view cinematic trailers nowadays. Like I'll to pair it off of what you said. I think that Diablo the cinematic trailer that they made for Diablo 4 is one of the best cinematics in gaming like ever
Yeah.
made.
Yeah, it was
It's
fucking cool.
so fucking good. But when I saw the title, I was like, I'm glad this exists. I want to see gameplay of it, but I'm glad they're making it. Like that's the
Yeah.
only thing that got out of me, aside from this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. But there are just some people that they don't know how to differentiate fantasy and reality, and they put it on the same plane of existence.
Yeah, I also hate when people like compare like cinematics and then they're like, "Oh, this is how it looks in game." I'm like, "Yeah, you're comparing fucking like grapes to apples here." Like,
Yeah,
it's not a fair comparison at all. I hate that. Like when a new WoW cinematic comes out, it's like, "Oh, this is what the game actually looks like." I'm like, "Yeah, they're not trying to trick people into playing something that's not gonna be what it is." Like,
yeah,
they're just trying
yeah.
to get people excited.
Well, you got to realize there's a lot of people out there that have like fucking double digit IQ. So
Room temperature IQ.
yeah, room temp IQ. Like unironically, like holy shit, I met some dumb people.
Oh yeah, there's some really stupid people that play video games, unfortunately.
Yep, yup, yup.
But
But
yeah,
just don't fall for cinematics. It's not. They're cool, but that's it.
yeah, I think you should just admire them for the work they put into them and how cool they can be sometimes.
I just don't get it, dude. They should really just make it a movie. I think it'd be more successful.
I've always wanted a World of a Warcraft or Diablo style like anime like Castlevania has on Netflix. I would
Fuck
think
yeah.
that'd be so fucking
Fuck
dope.
yeah.
That'd be
It'd be cool as
so
shit.
dope. And just
I don't know if it would cost them more though.
for an animated movie, probably. But I mean, it wouldn't cost them as much as it make the Warcraft movie.
Oh, dude, the Warcraft movie was fucking cool.
It was cool. Too bad it sucked.
Yeah. Remember we went and it was just us in the theater? It was like opening night too.
It was like opening day. Dude, I want to see if I can. Do you remember the video I made about that?
It was like I think it was you were looking at the screen and it's like, you guys ready for the Warcraft movie? And then
it was just
you
you
turn
going,
around and it's just me in the theater and I'm like, yeah.
yeah. I want to see if I can. Oh, I found it. It's on my old channel. I'll put a link to it. So
Okay, yeah, we'll put the link to it
it's
in the
called
description.
Warcraft 2016 movie review.
It was awesome.
You're just in the darkness and you raise your hands up and go, yeah. Oh boy.
It was pretty fun. I liked the movie. It was fun, but yeah,
It was
dead movie.
I would say that it was better. It was a better video game movie that I've seen, but it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's one of those shut your brain off movies.
Yeah, but as a big fan of Warcraft, it was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Warcraft. I mean, one of the reasons I went was because going to watch the movie, they gave you a free month of WoW.
Oh,
So I'm
you're
like, fuck yeah.
right. Damn, you're
And
right.
I think a level 80 too. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, that's actually how me and my partner started playing Warcraft more. Because
Yeah.
I got because your brother gave me his code and I gave it to them, and yeah, that's how we started. Damn, you're right. That's how we started playing together. Holy shit.
So I thought the movie would have been more successful because if I was a regular WoW player,
mhm.
like someone who's been playing for a while, and I saw that they were giving codes away like that, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, free month. I would have done that. Like, why not? Yeah.
It was pretty big in China. It was very successful in China.
Was it?
Just the US numbers didn't justify a sequel for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I mean I suppose. I think that's probably true in the community now. It's probably only the Chinese playing it.
I know, like it's crazy how far that game has fallen, but arrogance will do that.
Yeah, you know how the censorship is for China? It's crazy.
Yeah, the World of Warcraft stuff is pretty funny. There's a whole video on it about China's weird alternate client. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like for example, I think one example is if you're playing an undead, I think there's no blood and I think skulls are removed.
Yeah, because it's seen as like witchcraft.
Yeah.
In case you're curious and you want to check it out, but that video is really good on that. But yeah, there's no bones showing. Like you can't show skulls, and like the undead are just basically like humans that are gray.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't even see the reason. It's just like, okay.
I don't know, man. China has it a lot. Like League is pretty heavily censored too in China.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, For what? Why does League have that needs to be censored?
Well,
Besides all the lolly on there.
skulls and stuff, and I think characters that are like overexposed, like skin wise, I think they are covered up too in China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Ari and stuff and Evelyn are like covered up. But yeah, it's China's weird like that, man. They just censor that shit.
Speaking of lolly stuff, there was a game that I saw. There was a game I saw on Gamescom. It looked really fucking cool, but I think it's like a pedophile honeypot.
Oh dear.
What is it called? It was something. It starts with a D and it ends with a V. Yeah, hold on, let me look for this 1 second.
Okay.
So Doki V looks pretty cool. It's supposed to be like a take on Pokemon.
Yeah.
Where you ride around in a city using like whatever sports thing you're using, like a skateboard, bicycle, whatever, and you get into random fights with monsters around the city.
Yeah.
And then you get placed in like a bubble and you shoot at it in like third person and stuff, and then you have to capture the creature. So it's like a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool. I think it looks pretty cool. The graphics look great and stuff like that, but it just looks, it looks like a honeypot in my opinion. Like the kids are like you play as kids, and it's nothing but children, and I'm like, okay, like what kind of people are going to be playing this?
I hope other children.
Yeah, I hope other children, but I like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know.
I'm a little afraid.
It does look like a very cool game though. Like I'm gonna be honest, like it looks pretty like exciting and definitely something that kids can get into. But you're right though. A lot of the character models are a little too like good.
Yeah, they're like really cute children, and I'm like, okay, like all right.
Which I hate to think like that, but I can't help it. Like there's gonna be people that play that for very different reasons.
Oh yeah, dude, just look in the comment section, man.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people in there who are like, oh, I'm so excited for this. It's like, well, okay, like calm down there, pal.
maybe a little too excited there.
Yeah, a little too excited there. Like, I don't know. It looks awesome, but that's just one of the games where I'm a little iffy about. Like maybe I'll play it, but I'm gonna feel weird playing multiplayer because who knows who's behind the other child, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, gosh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't know why I started talking about Doki V. I forgot.
Well, yeah, you brought it up because you were concerned about the people that could be playing it.
All right. Yes. I think I said something about because you were talking about League of Legends. That's right.
League of Legends, pedophiles just came into your mind.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh man. I think League is pretty good. I haven't played it in a long time though. Have you?
I play it like probably like once a week or so.
Dude, remember we used to play that thing like all day, every day?
Yep. Fuck. We were hard addicted to League back in like season 4, 5, and 6 is when we played like a shit ton.
Yup. Nothing but League, getting pissed off at League, still playing League.
I remember that, dude. Like we just get so mad at each other, like, all right, one more.
Yeah. This is how it goes. I don't know.
You can't end on a loss, man.
Yeah, dude, those are some long nights. Some long nights there. Just keep going until we win.
I've never played a game like since then. I've never played a game like that long. Like I normally get like tired of it. Like, and
yeah, I think about it nowadays where I'm like, dude, how does this guy play games like 12 hours a day? Like I can't do that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Then I think about it a little bit and I'm like, man, I did used to do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. It's just as you grow up, you have less time.
It's true.
Unfortunately.
It's true.
It's just how it is.
Very, very true. Yeah, I remember like the summers playing and it's just a distant memory now.
Just a distant memory.
Also, League changed. It's not like the same anymore.
Yeah. I can still play games for like 3 hours or 4 and I'll be like totally good, but yeah, it really depends on the game now. I when did I fall off on league? I don't remember. I think it was like once they started introducing the plants on the map, the bomb plants and stuff.
The
Yeah, I was
Scryer
just like,
Orb and
all
all that,
right,
yeah.
I'm out. Yeah. I haven't played since then, I think.
Oh man, game's pretty different now.
Really?
Yeah. But
My friends wanted me to get into Dota, but I said no to that because I just did not want to learn a whole other roster. I'm good.
it's crazy. I didn't want to do that either.
Because people tell me all the time, like, oh,
Dota 3 or Dota 2 is so good, you gotta get on.
and I'm like, I would, but there's also 100 and something characters I would have to learn. Like, and not only that, but there's also the items you got to learn. I'm like,
it's true. There's the items, there's the characters, there's the map, all that shit.
Yeah, but then people just give you the same excuse all the time. They go, well, that's where you just look up a guide, and it's like, yeah, but then I gotta do that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really want to take that trouble out of my day. I'm good. I'm already getting addicted to one game, Escape from Tarkov. Like, I can't do that to myself.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah. Oh, dude, Phantasmophobia is getting an update, or it got an update. I hear it's pretty good now, or it's fun again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. Like that's a game where like I played it for like a week and I was like, damn, this game is good. And then once you figure out like the gimmick, you're like, oh, this game's not fun at all anymore.
Well, I call it a seasonal game.
Yeah, it's fun to play during spooky season.
Yeah, so my friend went all out on it, but he gets addicted to video games all the time.
Yeah.
He has this problem with FOMO, but
fear of missing
I kind of I kind of have this question for him though, because I told him, I was like, well, what's there to FOMO in Phantasmaphobia? Like, there's nothing in this. It's you're just grinding out levels to grind out levels for no reason.
It's true.
He's like, well, I love this game. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I just get bored.
Yeah.
But now that the patch is out, yeah. Last year I told him, oh, I'm done. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm pretty bored. Like, I'll play it next year when I forget about it, and then it'll be fun again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too.
Yeah, so that game is a seasonal game for me. I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't played Phantasmophobia, I highly recommend it. I haven't played it in VR, so this year I'm going to play it in VR, and I'm going to shit my pants.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of the Crusty Couch. Maybe in the next episode I can learn how to pronounce couch, and Paul could learn how to pronounce phasmophobia.
Is it phobia or phagoria? I don't.
Because you've been saying phantasmophobia. It's just phasmophobia.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm mixing another game up with it. There's this other game where it's like it's a story-driven game, and they use real life models. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
It's called Phantasmagoria.
Oh, maybe. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you like this episode, go ahead and share it and like with your friends, or share it with your friends and like the video. Help us grow.
Sir.
Our last video, for whatever reason, did pretty well.
Yeah.
We got
we talk about incels and it did well.
Yeah, we got a weird incel audience, but thanks for listening. And it's true, a lot of dislikes. We will see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah. Mwah.